I don't know where we're going. This is one place I want to see my whole life. Look, this is the whole Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Boys brought the car that I'm driving this weekend here. Whoa, that sounds savage.
Pretty breezy.
I've never actually seen one of these.
You see one and then you see three at the same time.
This is 1-on-1 signal yellow.
Well, see, I usually can talk myself out of it, but if the place is like 15 minutes away, I'm not going to talk myself out of it. What's up, guys, and welcome to a brand new Drift Games episode. My voice is a little gravelly and I'm a little bit tired because it's 5 a.m. at Dublin Airport. Josh and I have now been 3 weeks on the road. Now we're heading towards Indiana for the Link 50k Riverside Drift competition. I've got my helmet with me, and my first competitive drift event of the year is going to be in the USA. Now you might be wondering what happened with the vlog from Sweden. Well, Sweden was just crazy. So much work, we had so much stuff to do that we didn't film a whole lot, but we did film some snippets, so it looks a little bit like this.
Welcome to Sweden, where we see the Becky Evans in her natural habitat, climbing a tree outside an airport.
Luckily we're fully insured on these.
Finally here, 15 hours later. Gonna get some sleep even though there's no night time. Paradise.
It's not paradise.
It's not paradise.
This is the route.
It's like being on a ferry that never moves. Lada, absolutely mint. Is that a shotgun shell?
Yeah, if you want to ride shotgun.
If you want to take it for a ride, you can. Hello, everyone.
It's like you're in a car where everyone wants to wave at you and you want to wave back.
It's all smiles. This is so cool. Calm down. It's like a big scoop. So a big scooper, and they put the car on it and they lift it up. What an ingenious way of removing cars from a track. So we've gone straight from Sweden. We've been home for about 4 or 5 hours. Now we're back at the airport, so we're pretty tired. We're gonna fly to Chicago, fly to Indianapolis, hook up with Ryan. It's gonna be a crazy week of content, action, drifting, all totally unknown to us. So you guys are along for the ride. It's gonna be amazing. We've been looking at this on the calendar all year. So let's get through pre-clearance. Can't even speak. Let's get through pre-clearance.
Just go through the airport. Pizza. Good or bad?
Amazing.
So first flight done, second flight to go. After however many miles.
We're here finally in Indianapolis after Chicago. Cars already. Indy 500 stuff. So we're meeting up with Ryan next. He's going to pick us up from the airport and bring us to, don't know what actually is happening next.
We have literally no idea what's going on. It may seem unorganized, but we just kind of go in the flow, I think.
This is a go with the flow week. We have no idea what's going to happen. We know there's going to be some drifting that's going to happen. We're going to see some car garages. We're going to see some cool stuff. But I don't know what's happening right now. So, come on. Why do we have to explain what's happening all the time? I just have a little bit of random.
Bit of random, and we'll show you along the way.
So we just arrived. So the boys are here from Riverside Drift. I'm from Link. And I'm just going to take this, Josh, if you want to take a lift in this. Tube framed Sylvia.
Tube frame Sylvia?
Yeah, 20 subframes front and back are Sylvia, but the rest of it, it's a bit like a drift car that you just have a cage and nothing else. You don't have any panels.
It's like the Hoonigan shark car on steroids.
It is, and this is your lift to where we're going.
Here it goes. How the fuck do you get this?
Get under the ring. You can go over all three. You should go in between.
Genuinely driving on the road in this thing.
Pretty breezy. Yeah, not that much moving.
you have some nice aircon in your face?
It's a little warm outside. I wouldn't like to be outside for a long.
Yeah, usually you get a nice breeze. This was just like a hairdryer in your face.
You've driven in this down the main streets, and we're in the middle of Indianapolis.
Did you know we were coming here?
No, I don't know where we're going. This is one place I want to see my whole life. Look, this is the whole Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Boys brought the car that I'm driving this weekend here. It's the first time I'm going to get to see it, which I'm pretty excited about. Oh, it looks very nice. So the backstory is, I was supposed to be driving a different car, then there was complications with that, correct. And then I said, you know, just whatever, and you decided to build a whole car from scratch.
Now
This is wild. How long did you guys have to do this car?
we literally bought it 45 days ago.
Making us look very slow. I'm excited now. I'm excited and nervous and equal amounts, but...
We both hope it does well this week.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for all the work you put in. It's like over the top, I think, and humbling to us that you actually put that much effort into getting a car ready for us to come here. So this is the first time I've ever done this and gone to another country and jumped in a car I've never owned, so I'm pretty excited about it. I feel like I'm a real driver now.
Feels a bit like a superstar coming now.
This will fade away when I start driving the car and everyone sees how rubbish I am. But other than that, right now I feel like a pretty professional driver.
That was that guy and his friends. They did it all start to finish.
What a dude. What a dude. This is amazing. I promise I'll mind it. I'll take it. Okay, well, if you don't want me to mind it then.
Somewhere there's a substantial large box of IOUs that I'm gonna be returning back to him. So
It's gonna be like a Hertz rental car. I'll have to like fill in the full insurance for the weekend and hope it all works out. Ready?
Just peel it off.
Box fresh, baby.
So you probably know by now that I'm a pretty big Indy 500, big Indy
guy,
5,
big
probably
guy.
for the past 10 minutes now. So you see this?
The bricks?
So this was brickwork that the whole place was apparently in, and this is the only bit that's left here, so it goes all the way through the place to over there. This is the start and finish line of the track. So the original brickwork goes onto the track and it's the start and finish line.
Oh, that's very interesting, isn't it?
So there's the brake on the start and finish line. It's quite interesting. I found it interesting. I'm glad you found it interesting. You didn't find it boring. Just informed that this is our car for the week.
I think he's joking, but he couldn't.
Well, I thought he was joking when he told me to go in the no roof cage thing. So I'm just not too sure what's a joke anymore.
What's real and what's not anymore,
I think that's a very clean design.
isn't it? The Link dash there looks great.
I like the floating dash.
We're a long way from Mandela Park now, Joshua.
A long way.
We're only here like a half an hour. We've already got our car shown to us. The guys have put in like so much work into getting this car ready, and like I'm so humbled because I'm not that big a superstar in the drift world, but they liked what we did on our channel and they invited us out, and Link ECU gave them some help and they built us a car, and we're gonna have fun for a couple of days ripping with some of the best drivers in the world. But right now they're taking us to a museum of what? I don't know. I haven't known much since the start of this video, so we're gonna go check out some more cars, I guess.
Just gonna do what we do all the time. Go with the flow, and it takes some pretty cool places.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it at all. There are some Indy cars in Mandela Park, so we do know a little bit more than you think.
Do you know anything about the Indy cars in Mandela Park?
No, nothing about them either. I've seen them. I know they're Indy cars. They don't have as big a wing on the front as a Formula 1 car.
Or big of a turbo as in that one.
That's a big old turbo there now. They always look like kind of strange Formula 1 cars.
They do. They're very Formula 1-esque, but they're different. Same, but different.
And look at the size of these things. No halos. They're just really old school looking things.
These are the ones similar to Mondello Park's one.
Yeah, they're one of these. Which I think was an Indianapolis 500 competitor. Maybe not a winner, but something like that. Look at the turbo going back on that one.
It's just so obnoxiously on the outside.
It's just crazy. It's like every one of them is absolutely perfect. Look. Like they're all restored. Like to the inch.
The turbo out the side.
This was in, I'm just reading from this, 1966. He decided to not run a rear-engined IndyCar and run a front-engined IndyCar for the first time ever with an external turbo. External
Turbo, like honestly.
Didn't do that great now, by the way, because that's obviously the rest of them are all rear-engine, so it didn't catch on.
This would be what you would be doing back in the day.
Yeah, this is me and Ian Waddington, a perfect replica of us in Drift Masters doing commentary. This is how we look. This is the old switcher. Here, Josh.
This looks like a bit of experimental era. The trumpet's right by your head.
So you got trumpets on your head. You're sitting in your own sidecar of your own car. The steering wheel is to the left.
Look how big the steering wheel is. What's this for? How can you fit in that? A lot of that doesn't make sense. So you said it was a joke that they were saying that this is our daily.
This is now my competition car and the car we'll be driving for the next few days on the road.
So we turned up to the airport, thought they were joking about going in this car. That wasn't a joke. You thought this was a joke, not a joke. So I wonder how many jokes they're going to be pulling.
Now we're going to get some food and then we're going to do some go-karting. We've had about 2 hours sleep, so I think we're going to be fantastic at this. Whoa, that sounds sound of my people. So it's the next day. We left you guys yesterday, go-karting? And then we went to our Airbnb, which is here, somewhere in the countryside in Indiana.
Obviously, American house, absolutely
Massive. So today we're heading out to look at some more cool stuff with the boys, but check this thing out. This is a drift car, not a street car, but it's sort of a street car, but not a...
I think everything's a street car over here, isn't it?
This is a F20C turbo drift car, full angle kit, full respray in EK Civic green, stitches on the front, ram lights on the back, just a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Like S2000s, like them a lot.
Like this one a lot. So we're going to see this car rip later in the week, so we'll have that on video. And one of the boys who owns this car is actually doing some of the wrenching for me at this weekend, putting on tires and fuel on the car, so it's going to be pretty sweet. The other thing is it's mental to see the Mustang just driving along on the road. So it's driven along.
There was actually a bit of an oopsie last night, wasn't there?
Yeah, so the exhaust got caught on the freeway and pulled the whole exhaust system off the car, so we got to go get that fixed today.
That is, there's not supposed to be a kink there.
This is supposed to be straight, so yeah, we'll have to get that sorted out before the weekend. But we're hitting the road, we're not too sure where we're going today, but you guys are along for the ride, so enjoy. Alright, so our little stop today, this is GRP, or Graham Rahal Performance, so we're going to check out some cool cars in here. Before we get to that, big exclusive drop. The brand new PS13 t-shirt is now on sale. We only made 100 of these t-shirts, they're limited edition, we won't be making them again. So if you want to grab one of these, do it quick. They're already, some of the guys in the office have taken some, so maybe less than 100 left, but grab them as quick as you can. They're available on the Drift Games shop right now. Anyway, moving on, very, very cool Supra, very similar to mine in some ways and different to mine in some ways. So this is a track car. It's got like similar horsepower to my one, but things that I'm liking is canards. Should I put canards on the A90? Is it too much for a street car? What do you think?
Which they'd be just down the road, so you could pick these up.
Really?
And interesting fact, the place that made all the carbon for this made the new Ken Block hill climb Porsche thing, so you know the good quality.
Wow, look at this for a rig. This whole area is just race cars, drag cars, crazy stuff. We'll check it out later. Anyway, I also like these cut-ins here.
I think they're really cool.
They're very nice, aren't they? So this is a really, really cool car. Runs about 450 horsepower, it's a track car. And then we're going to head inside and check out the other cool builds they've got. So these guys do very like custom kind of cool builds. Yeah, I'm just gonna look around and see what we understand, what we don't. So this is I always get these mixed up between a Charger and a Challenger, but this is a Charger. So this is the Hellcat motor in a Charger. So doing like an engine build on this is like 1,000 horsepower.
Everything in America seems to go to 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, same. There's a big old Fairlane, but they're doing like full in. I never understand why they take really, really old, heavy cars and put massive engines in them. I suppose to make them not feel like they're so heavy. But
It's because America.
just because America. Nice '66 Mustang.
Very nice.
They're telling me this is a one-owner car, and this is getting a full.
One owner?
Yeah, one owner is getting a full 5-liter Coyote, which is the same engine that I had in my drift car, the Ford Mustang RTR. So they got a full engine build in that.
It looks like it's getting like modernized.
Yeah, see all the suspension parts being modernized. So this is going to have like a full time attack suspension, so it's going to drive and handle like a completely modern car, but it's going to look like an old school car, which is very, very cool. But this is my favorite car here. Look at the interior of this. So this is a fully resto modded Ford Bronco. I love the kind of, I don't know what you'd call that, like kind of, it's like a tweed. It's like a tweed and brown. Everything is just immaculate. 5-liter Coyote, which is the same engine that was in my RTR as well. So this is about 450, 500 horsepower, on lift kit, painted, looks super
Looks
cool.
awesome.
That is very cool. So you driving around that now, Josh?
It's like a small truck, so it would suit me.
Yeah, it's not like a big truck. But and they've got like a bunch of NASCAR stuff on the wall. They've got a lot of these like Jeep Cherokees, but they're like big 5-liter V8s, and then they're supercharged and turbocharged, and people put like 600-700 horsepower in what look like family wagons. So there's really cool stuff. We're going to see some more cool stuff today, but just thought we'd show you this because we're here and it looks cool.
Not sure what we've walked into.
So we're just walking into a place. I think this is where they do like some vinyl wrap stuff, and there's a McLaren just absolutely taken apart to pieces.
Is that the extent they have to go back to wrap these cars?
I don't know. Maybe it's paint and maybe it's wrap, or I don't know what this place is, but it's something to do with preparing cars for our customers. So yeah. Is there 2 Carrera GTs over there? Oh my god.
There is that.
There's 3 of them.
It's free.
Yellow.
You know what, Dave?
One of one.
I've never actually seen one of these.
Very nice, aren't they?
And then obviously you see three at the same time.
You don't see one and then you see 3 at the same time. The yellow one is very nice. This is like we just stumbled into a random workshop and there's 3 Carrera GTs, a McLaren, and like this is turbo Porsche GT3 RS, which look very ordinary beside these.
The panels on the floor over there.
That's another Carrera GT. So did they change one
Hang on
from
a second,
black
so
to
that
silver?
must be a Carrera GT over there.
No, that's a McLaren.
Whatever you do, Dave, do not trip over this.
Like when we were doing the Corvette, you can just fall over a few parts and it's fine. Don't want to fall over anything here.
So these guys seem to do literally everything that we never do. So when we're building cars, we always lose nuts and bolts and everything like
They
that.
don't use the big box of bolts for everything that comes
Yeah,
off the
so
car.
we have a box that we put our bolts on when we're taking stuff apart.
They've done a full diagram of where every single screw goes on that particular part.
Look down there.
So I thought, foolishly, that this might have been painted. Like it was somebody took one back to Bear and just said, I'll paint it signal yellow, but you're telling me this is not that.
That is correct. Yeah. So this is one of one signal yellow Porsche Carrera GT in the world.
This is a lot of money.
Yeah. So this is currently for sale right now for 2.8.
$2.8 million.
Yeah.
And you have 4 of them in here.
Yeah, and there's one at the body shop right now. So along with being able to fully service the Carrera GTs, we also do full recommissions as well. So you want one that's purple, bronze wheels, whatever the case may be. So the one that's actually torn apart right now, that's getting signal orange leather with also like a Singer style-ish houndstooth interior.
So you're taking a full Carrera GT, which is very rare, tearing it all apart, repainting it, putting different interior and different wheels on it. So you're basically modifying one of the rarest cars in the world.
Correct. And at the same time, fully servicing them. So like as you can see with the engine behind you, you got new camshafts, new buckets, new clutches, new windshields even. Basically everything down to the nuts and bolts for the engine.
So that's how you have to service one of these. You take the engine.
It's noticeable, Josh. You know.
That's a flex.
If you have 2.8 million spent on the car. We're putting the same oil in there as we do on our cars with Mobil 1. So
this is about the only thing that's the same about our cars and this car.
the oil. So if you want to feel like you've got a Carrera GT 1 of 1, that's $2.8 million. Just put some Mobil 1 in your car, because your Nissan Micra is going to run the same as this.
Just before we leave, it'd be rude not to hear
Cold start, $2.8 million car. Casual Tuesday for us.
It's powerful.
Sounds lovely. Lovely. Alright, so on a turn of events, usually I put in the videos, I've got an idea to get some stuff for my car, and then we have a little talk about it in the comments. But 16 minutes from where we saw the canards for the Supra, they make the canards for the Supra, and they also have some cool cars outside. So we're gonna go and see if we can get some canards. Well, see, I usually can talk myself out of it, but if the place is like 15 minutes away, I'm not gonna talk myself out of it. So I have canards. So not only do I have the canards for this, but they actually make them here. So we've literally just come in here, they've packaged it up for me. These are adhesive, so we're hoping we can get these fitted to the car.
You know what, you'll be able to even fit these to the car.
These are double-sided tape, so even I'll be allowed to fit these. So we'll get these on the car for old school, new school in like a week and a half. It makes the Supra look really cool, so I'm really chuffed on this.
It's worked out very well.
Very well. You know, this is the place they built all the bodywork for Ken Block's Huna Pigosaurus Rex, whatever the thing he called it.
The Pikes Peak Porsche.
They built all that here, so they're going to give us a little tour around. We didn't plan on coming here other than the canards, but that's the cool thing about car culture. You meet one person, they send you somewhere else, you end up with some canards and a cool tour of their shop.
It's come a long way from someone carving into some clay.
Yeah, that's the prototype, so they make them all out of that. So cool. So they look great.
I think the bonnet thing looks quite good.
Just look good, doesn't it? Do we really want to cut into the bonnet of my car though? Interesting.
Interesting engine choice.
Turbo. Yeah. Looks good though. Actually fits in there pretty nice. Like a bit soft, the new model, but like when you put the big kit on it, I think it just looks amazing.
It's quite an aggressive splitter there.
It's very cool.
I don't even know where that went. Look at that. That is gorgeous. This is getting bad. It's starting to get back. There it goes. There you go. Great.
Alright, so this was a very random episode. We obviously showed you guys what happened in Sweden. We showed you the brand new PS13 shirt, which is available right now, and we finished up at Topgolf after IndyCar shops, and we didn't get to show you everything because we couldn't film everything today. We had an awesome time with the boys here from Riverside Drift and Link ECU. Shout out to Link ECU and the guys for bringing us out. We're having a blast. We've had a great time already, and we haven't even got to the track or to the car, but that is main day. Tomorrow we're going to go practice in the car, so you guys will see that on the next video, and then it's the big competition all weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been a bit of a random mix of stuff, but the next couple of videos are going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to meet a lot of cool people as well, and see loads of cool cars and bring you some cool content. So we'll see you guys on the next one.